everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I'm doing a colour along in Johanna Basford Small Victories today. I did say my next colour along would be in Walk in the Woods by Layla Dooley, but to be totally honest, I had a rough day yesterday. Not rough as in drinking rough as in, you know, parenting and all that, joys of that. So yeah, it was a very stressful day yesterday, so I just wanted to do something a little bit smaller today, on a smaller scale. So we're going to do this one today, just so I can have a little chill out. So I'm going to do this first one here with these leaves, because I thought it would be kind of easy colouring. It's only really the background that's the main area, and then the leaves are teeny tiny. They're really stress-free, I'm hoping, to colour. So I was thinking for this one, I was sort of looking at sort of autumn type colours on this one. I thought yellow ochre in the background might be nice. So I'm just going to pick out some colours that I might want to use. I'm only going to pick out a couple. One's going to be a brighter yellow than one of them. But I don't know where all my ochre, oh, they're all in my little pencil pots. That's why they're not in my pencil case, they're in my pot. So I'm going to have those two colours out there, I think. So I've picked out, first I'm going to go in with Naples Yellow 185. I'm going to go with this first, and I'm just literally going to put a light layer all over everything. Apart from the leaves obviously, but you know, the background. Yeah, it was just a stressful day yesterday, and I only got home late. I had to pick one of my little girls up from a high school where she was having a football match with another school. And then, as you know, two of my children have autism, and if you have, or if you've worked with, or if you've got family with autism, you might know that one of the things that a lot of children struggle with who have autism is waiting. So yeah, because we did a lot of travelling yesterday after school, and we was going from one place to the next place, and then we was picking other children up from other places. It was all a bit different and a bit of upheaval. My youngest had a bit of a meltdown in the car, and then that triggered my oldest to have a meltdown because she doesn't like the screaming and crying and the noise that's coming from my youngest. So I had two of them having a meltdown at the same time. I was trapped in this car, literally couldn't get out because obviously I was driving from one place to the next and waiting for my daughter to come out of a football match. And I was just like, oh, there's nothing worse than being trapped in a car with screaming children. And there's nothing you can do about it. There is nothing more stressful, tell me anything. Because if I had someone I really didn't like an enemy, I'd just lock them in the car with my kids, basically. That'd be torture enough for them. Yeah, so it wasn't fun, to be honest. It wasn't fun, and I've got two more Mondays like that, because she needs picking up from that high school on the 11th of March and the 25th of March. So I'm not looking forward to it, to be honest. But yeah, they don't like change, they don't like waiting around. So picking people up is just stressful. This is why if you go to, what would you call it, if you go to like a theme park, this is why these passes are given out to these children. You know, the passes what mean that you don't have to queue up for rides, because it just sends them into immediate meltdown. They just don't understand. It's not, they're not being naughty, they're not being little brats not wanting to wait the turn or anything like that. They can't regulate. They literally, something in the brain, they just can't regulate it. They just can't wait. So yeah, that's why our children are given things like that, passes and fast tracks through airports and things, because it's just horrific. And until you witness it firsthand, until you're a parent of a child who reacts in that way, you will not understand. And some people might huff and puff and say, oh, they shouldn't be given that, they shouldn't be allowed to do that, yada yada. You know, there is some nasty people who have that view. And I'm just like, yeah, you've obviously not lived it, have you? You've obviously not lived it. Because if you had to, you know, try and calm someone down who's become so dysregulated through having to do that, then you have no idea. You absolutely have no idea. Because they just want to have fun like everybody else. That's all. It's the same with waiting for Santa. You know, when they do the Santa's grottos, my daughters can't wait in the queue to see Santa. Now occasionally around here, they had one last year where you could, I think it was run by the local supermarket, and they said if you ring up this lady, I think it was the lady running it, and tell them about your children, she'll open up a time slot where there's, you know, just for those children, so that they don't have to wait as long in the queues. Because honestly, I only attempted that once. There was an event on in our local town, and the queue was horrific, but they really wanted to queue up at first. It was like, I want to see Santa, I want to see Santa. So we got in the queue, and this queue was really moving really slowly, and then they just started to get agitated, and then that was it, they'd gone. She was melting down and we just had to leave. So we didn't see Santa that year. So it's just little things like that. It's just, you just want them to enjoy everything that the other children are enjoying, but they can't always do it because there's not those things in place. But yeah, that was my stressful day yesterday anyway, so, and a bit of story time on autism for you. And then this morning she wouldn't get up out of bed for school, and yeah, I couldn't get her out of bed for nothing. We leave the house at 8:15 because one of my eldest girls, I need to drop her off at her special needs high school, and they open the doors at like 8:25, so it's only round the corner, but we set out of here about 8:15. And my youngest was still refusing to get out of bed at 8:05, and I was just like, really? I said, you're not even going to have time to eat breakfast now. You're going to have to grab a cereal bar and eat it in the car. I've been trying to get her up for an hour and she just wouldn't. And you know, like, you can't just drag them out of bed, you know. You'd get a lot of grief if you did that, wouldn't you? So, yeah. Naples ochre 184. I'm just going to, I don't know where I'm going to deepen up. Should I deepen up around the edges, or should I deepen up just randomly? I think just in between all the leaves. Deepen it up a little bit around there. I had a print done as well. How I've been saying, like, I don't know if I've actually said it on camera to you, like, or whether I've just been saying it to my partner. I can't remember if I told you guys, but I have been thinking about, you know, making some of my artwork into prints. Now, I'm clueless, right, as to what's the best thing to do with prints. My printer isn't the best, and I'm thinking if I attempted to print anything off my printer, it might not be the best quality. So what I did, I've got an app for my printer. It's a HP app, and I used the phone scanner on my phone to scan the original painting into the sort of computer app, and then it changed it into like is it a JPEG file or something like that? Don't ask me, I'm not technical at all. This is why it taunts me trying to do anything like this. But yeah, I changed it into something file, and then I found a printing company online. So because I wasn't sure what type of papers to print this out onto or anything like that, I'd sort of been Googling, and I'd found that something called, I don't know how you pronounce it, but something called G-Slay prints is the best, because it's a high quality printing process or something. I don't know. Anyway, I found this printing company that do those. So I sent the file off to them to do me a little 5x5 print on this G-Slayer printing, whatever. Don't ask. I'm probably pronouncing that all levels of wrong. But it's come this morning and it's really nice. Like, it's nice when you first look at it. It's a nice print and it's really, really good quality paper. But then if I get my painting out and compare it, it's a lot brighter than my original painting. And I don't know if I like it. It's a lot more orangey on the print than the original. And I don't even know way to go about changing that with printing company. Like, could I email them and say, can you try and make it more, if I order more prints from you, could you try and make it more to the colours on the original painting? I don't know how it all works. But it wasn't the cheapest, to be honest, either. It was not the cheapest. I think it was the printing process that made it expensive. I'll just show you anyway. So this is the print. So it's a lovely little print and the paper is really, really nice. The paper is really, really nice. But for this 5x5 print, how much was it? Was it £7-8 or something like that? And then the cheapest delivery option was £6. So it was nearly more than the cost of the print for the shipping. But I'm thinking, obviously I just got one to sample it to see what it came out like. But if I ordered it more prints, then it'd work out cheaper on the shipping. It'd only be paying that shipping once for all the prints that are sent out. So yeah, but if I show you the original at the side of this, see, it looks really nice like that, and then I get the original and put it at the side of it and I'm like, oh, I kind of like the original more. So this is the original. It's just been, I don't know, I like because his face is more darker and defined and his eyes have got more about them. It's a lot, I don't know, it's not horrible, it's a nice print, but it's just really a lot brighter. I mean, you can tell around here how orangey it is around here, but the original's more muted. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think it's, I don't know, do you think you would notice? Do you prefer the brighter one? Would it stand out more on your wall? I'm thinking they might have brightened it up for me on purpose, thinking it would look better brighter, maybe. I don't know what I prefer, but I've just stuck my little stamp on the back there. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll see anyway. I'll have a little play around, but at some point I'm hoping to open up an Etsy store, but I'm just playing around with how to do all this at the moment because I'm clueless. I am clueless. I mean, I don't know if I can buy some good quality paper and then my printer might be able to print something high quality out, but I don't think it will. I think to get something high quality from my printer I'd need to completely get a new printer, and the price of the ones that I've seen other small businesses use for their printings yeah, the printers I've seen other small businesses use are like £500, and I'm thinking, I do not know about that. That's a big expense. That's a really big expense. So if there's any artists on here who can give me some advice, where'd you go for your prints, your good quality prints? What do you do if you find that the colours aren't looking the same? I don't know. I'm a bit like flapping about it. I'm flapping. I'm like, But yeah, I do really like it. But you can tell the difference in the colours. I'm not sure if it's better brighter or I don't know. Drop me a comment, let me know what you think. Would you purchase one of my prints? because I don't know, I'm just like in two minds about whether to open an Etsy store, because I've seen lots of bad comments at the minute on online saying that Etsy are taking huge cuts, like commission, when you sell something. It's hard when you don't know much about the industry and you're trying to learn at the same time. You're trying to teach yourself things as you go along, and really don't know what I'm doing. Just roll with the flow. But I've been watching a lot of like small business channels on YouTube. I love watching Catnip. I absolutely love watching Catnip. She's from the UK. So I've been trying to pick up little tips. She's got this awesome machine as well. She's just put a latest video up. It's an awesome machine what puts her artwork onto the tumblers. Now the little tumblers with a straw. They're super cute. And I don't know how to say that word because it's a weird word. Sublimation machine. Don't ask. I'm just embarrassing myself trying to pronounce these words. I was laughing the other day because I watch another YouTube channel that I watch. It's not an art channel, it's like well, they've got a few different channels, but one of them is JT Reacts. And they love the British culture, and they kind of react to British TikToks, British videos, or they have a PO box opening thing where you can send them food items and they'll open, or any other items, and they'll open them on their channel and they'll try British foods and stuff. And he was trying to say the word regular, see, I can't say it, and I was just laughing my head off because he was laughing his head off in the video because he couldn't say it, and I thought, I can't say that word either, why is it so hard? Regularly. I can't say it. What is it with that word? I really can't say it. And then when I kind of think that I've got it right, I think, why does it not sound right? Why does it sound so strange? Regularly. Is that right? I don't know. I really do not know. Now I'm wondering, I don't know actually. I don't know whether to leave it a bit like this. Like you can see some darker bits, some lighter bits. I don't know whether to go in with my, electric eraser and erase out some circles. So it's like a little, not bokeh, it's not really bokeh, but erase out some little circles. I don't know. I can't decide. I keep looking at Copic markers as well, tell me to stop. I keep going down rabbit holes. I keep going down rabbit holes of switching from one medium to the next and experimenting with stuff. I have ordered as well, while we're experimenting with stuff, some bookmark watercolour paper. So it's it's watercolour paper that's pre-cut out into like a bookmark, basically. So that I can do some gouache paintings on those and sell those, because I think they'd be quite cute. You know, like little original painted little bookmarks. I think they'd be proper cute. So I'm going to give it a go. I think some florals would be nice on one of them. I really do. Right. I'm going to colour the leaves. What colour should we do the leaves? I'm thinking, I don't know why I'm thinking red, but does red and yellow really go very well? Or orange. Oranges. Or orange and red and yellow. That's a bright combination. Or purples. Or blues. Blues. Blue leaves. Yes, I'm gonna go for blue. I know you might think that's strange not having a realistic coloured leaf, but I really like different coloured leaves. I'm going to go with Skyblue first, 146. I'll do these ones here. This is just my lightest colour that I'm using, my base colour. Get that colour in first. There we go, and then I'll pick one that's slightly darker. I might have to sharpen this, so you may want to take your earphones out while I sharpen this, because I've got an electric sharpener and it's very noisy. There we go. Ultramarine 120. So I'm going to do my usual. This looks like it's sharpened too much as well. It's going to snap into it. It's going to snap straight away. I can't. It's just going to go on me. Right, we'll do that. I've done quite a few yellow and blue colour palettes at the minute. I don't know what it is with me in yellow and blue at the minute. I think it's really pretty. And it's like... Is it officially spring now? Did I hear that on the radio that it's officially spring? It doesn't feel like it's freezing, but the sun is shining on occasion, and the little daffodils are sprouting up in places. So I suppose it is, but I just like it to warm up a little bit more, so I'm not absolutely freezing stepping outside. You know when it gets to the point where you can go out without your coat? That's nice. Although I really need to work on my confidence this year. Because I've put on, like, my sort of happy weight was always 10 stone. I've always looked naturally healthy at 10 stone. It's just been a thing where 10 stone is healthy for me and my height. And then, like, since COVID, I've never lost the weight I put on. I put on, like... Well, I'm 13 stone now, so I've put on like 3 stone since COVID, and I've never been able to get back on the dieting train since COVID and lose it. So you'll know when you're used to being a certain weight and then you put so much on. I lose all my confidence. Like, I'm alright in the winter when I've got the warm baggy clothes on and I've got my big thick coats on and I'm covering up my body. But then when it comes to the really, really hot weather, I won't wear shorts. So I end up roasting. When it's the hot weather, I end up absolutely sweltering hot because I won't get my body out. Basically, I won't wear anything short that shows my legs. So I'm just like, they're sweating in my black, in my black jeans in the hot weather. I know I shouldn't be bothered what people think, but it's more what myself as well, what I think of myself. I'm just not comfortable the weight I've put on, really. I do need to just get back on it, but I can't. COVID's just messed with my head. I was doing well before that. I was attending my local Slimming World class, and then they had to close it down because of COVID. They couldn't run the classes anymore, and then that was it. The weight I'd lost, I put back on, plus some. And then I just can't get back into it now. And I don't know what that is on the page, but I'm going to have to erase it. Don't like it. There we go. Have we got another leaf like that? I think that's on its own, isn't it? The one with the curved edges. I don't think we've got any more, but I might just do this one over here blue as well, so we've got something on both sides in this same shade. So I'm going back in with the lightest colour, Skyblue 146. I'm wondering if I'm going to get this little illustration done within the hour. I was like, oh, I'm going to pick this because I need something easy, something not as big, and it's taken me just as long. I think it's just the background, isn't it? The backgrounds take a long time to fill in with pencil. Ultramarine 120. I need to get myself another set of the chalk pastels for backgrounds. I used to have a set, but they all broke up and sort of went a bit, what do you call it, I don't know, just wasn't working very nice anymore. I've got the pan pastels, but it's nicer just to have the cheap chalk pastels for backgrounds on pages. It's easier to lay them down in smaller areas as well, I find. Oh, what's this? I'm just checking my notifications on my phone because my son last night, he came into our room and he was burning up. He had a temperature again. He's got a little bit of a cough. It was burning up with a temperature. So this morning, about 7:30, I gave him some medicine, some paracetamol. And but he was alright in himself. He was running round and alright in himself. So I've took him to school this morning and he was running around playground playing tig with his friends. And I just went for to see class teacher and I said, he has been running a temperature. I said, I've given him some Cobalt, but if he takes a turn for the worst, I said, I'm in all day. If you just ring me, I'll come and get him. And she said, they'll give him some more Cobalt if he starts running a temperature again, but he's fine in himself. It's weird. I think he's just got a bit of a cold that's giving him a temperature, but about 4 weeks ago he had tonsillitis. Now he had antibiotics for it and it did shift. I'm just worried in case that's come back again. I don't know, I hope he's not one of them what gets it recurrently. You know what I mean. Right, I'm actually going to do this one here and this one here in the same blues. So going back in with the lightest blue again. So I think it'll be nice to frame the outside leaves, that colour. And then back in with the Ultramarine 120. This time I'm going to do it dark on the tips of the leaf. Just bring it down like that. There we go. So who's excited for any new releases? Is there anything I don't know about? Any new colouring books or supplies coming out that I don't know about? Who knows? I don't think there's been anything exciting like art supplies for ages. Skyblue 146. Do you know how there was like the Black Widow pencils kept releasing new sets? And then there was the Derwent ink tints that released some new colours like not so long ago, but I can't think of anything else that, nothing really has excited me or come out new, has it? Since those. Ultramarine 120. Talking about the Derwent ink tints, I've not used those for the longest time. I need to get them back out. I like using them in my mouse guard book, but with that being an out of print book now, unless you guys have already got that book, it'd be a bit mean of me to do a colour along if no one can get hold of that book. Let me know how many of you have got the mouse guard book. If there's enough people, I might do a little colour along with the Derwent ink tints. And probably polys as well, because what I like to do is use the ink tints as a base and then put some polys over the top to really give the colours, really add some shading in with them. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, let's find some different blues now. I'm going to go in with this one. This, I think that was light. I think it said light cobalt turquoise 154. Let's get some of this colour in. So we'll do these on the outside. I'm going to base all the ones I want to do with this colour. The colour I've got next. So we'll do that one. I think we'll do this one here. Leaves are very simple to colour. Well, you can make them complicated if you want to. If you want to put texture into the leaves, I can put all the little lines in, but I prefer colouring them like this. I do. So I'm going to go for this one at the bottom as well. I'm just mapping out where I want these ones to go, that's all. I'd sooner put a light layer down and get rid of that white space, then we can see where we're going. And I'm going to do this one here. And then I'll try and find a pencil that's slightly darker than this one. So let me match up these in my case. Yeah, I think that one. No, that's too similar actually. Maybe that one. Let me see. Maybe that one. I'm going to sharpen it. So, no, I'll leave it actually. I'm going to go in with this one. So this is Middle Phthalo Blue 152. So on this one I'm going to start off the middle and pull that up. That's a really nice blue, that one actually. And the same on the other side, but these ones are teeny tiny, so make sure you got a nice sharp pencil. And then I'm going to do this one, but this one I'm going to do it dark on the tips this time. Just changes it up a bit, doesn't it? Change it up a bit. Let's get this one down here. So I think this one I'll do it on the tips as well. Dark on the tips will look nice on that one. Doing the kids spaghetti bolognese for tea tonight. And then they've got some Parmesan cheese to put on top. They love Parmesan. They fight over the last of the Parmesan cheese. I love it as well though, to be honest. Who doesn't love Parmesan cheese? Right, and these ones I'm going to do darker there and leave them lighter on the tip. If my hand's getting in the way, I apologise. I'm on that part of the camera, screen, side of the page, whatever you want to call it. I'm on that side where it likes to make it all blurry. Big end getting in the way. Right, let's get some different blues again going into here. So what should we go for next? I'm going to go for some deeper blues now. I'm going to go darker. So let's have a look. So I'll pull this out as my darkest colour, Indanthrene blue. I'm going to sharpen it, so watch out for the noisy sharpener. And then I want something a bit lighter, something I can use as a lighter shade to this, which might be hard to pick out actually. Oh, that one. Oh, what's happened to that pencil? Looks like it's broken, that. Oh, it looks like I've got a broken pencil thing there, like. I don't think I'll be able to use that. Let me try and sharpen it and see what happens. It'll probably fall apart. Let's have a go. Oh, yeah, it's sharpened it actually. It's actually sharpened it. Sharpened it a lot, but I think it's kind of okay-ish. I'll have to be careful with it. So I'm going to use this first. This is Cobalt Blue 143. We'll use it to base these ones. Oh, I've got a runny nose as well. I'm wondering if hay fever season's starting. It's either that or my son's passed on his little bit of a cold that he's got. But I suspect maybe hay fever season. Might be time to start taking the antihistamines. Right, so these ones are going to be quite dark with the second colour that I'm putting down. So where else? I think we'll do this one. Oh no! I knew it was going to happen. Look, hang on. That has caused me a problem over here. I wonder if I can erase that. Oh, it's got a weird sharp bit on the end of the pencil now as well. I don't know if I can erase that little bit that's just gone over there. Let me try. Oh yeah. I'll just get that yellow back in at the end. No, don't snap again, silly pencil. Told you it was a bit dodgy. I had to be careful with it. It is just really not good pencil, this one. Don't know what's occurring with it. I'm just going to snap that bit off before it snaps itself. And then we'll do this one. Oh my, that's a really horrible pencil now. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just one of them where the core's just horrible. The core's just broke and it's gone horrible. And if I sharpen it again, it's just going to do the same thing again. So we'll just grin and bear this for a second. Then we can get the darker colour in that's hopefully not going to behave like that pencil. To put that to the side. Indanthrene Blue 247. So this one I'm going to do darker in the middle. Oh, look at that nice rich colour. Pull away the dust. I don't think I'm going to burnish any of these leaves as well. I think I'm going to keep the texture in. I might. I'll decide at the end. I might keep the texture in there. They make really nice curtains, this colouring design, wouldn't it? Do you think? Blue and yellow curtains. That's that one. Then this one I'm going to do it darker on the tips. Like that. Might have to twist you around for the last one. A little bit. And then we've got this side. So these ones, yeah, we'll do these darker on the tip as well. Just so they stand out a bit better against this, because that's quite a dark one as well, isn't it? The leaves on it. There we go. And then we've sort of got these two, which are teeny tiny, they're like almost little dots, aren't they, on the end? And then this one in the centre. So let's have a look. What blues have I got left what I haven't used yet? I've got a kind of bluish turquoise, what might be nice. I think I might do that. So let me sharpen this pencil. So I'm going to pick out this bluish turquoise 149 and put that down first. And then, if it doesn't roll off the table, I'm going to do Prussian blue 246. So first off, we'll go in the bluish turquoise. It's still blue, but it gives it a bit of a difference, doesn't it? There we go, and then we're going to go in with the Prussian blue 246. I'm going to go in at the bottom of it. I can hear a wood pigeon outside. They sound like owls. A little bit. I got as well, must have been about two months ago now, for the garden. I got some fat balls from the shop. It doesn't look like they've touched them. The birds, that is. It doesn't look like the birds have touched them. There, now these little ones, you're not really going to get any shading into there. So I think it's just going to be a kind of block colour. So I'm just going to continue with the Prussian blue that I've got in my hand and just put that colour in there. You're not going to get any shading into there, it's so small. So you can block colour with coloured pencil, or you could use a gel pen if you wanted to use a gel pen, Posca pen. Totally your preference. And then the same on these ones, I think. Yeah. Same on them ones. That's a weird sounding vehicle out there. And there we go. Now I think I will blend some of the edges. If I can find my blending pencil. It likes to go missing. I must search for it on every single video I do. I don't know where it is. So I might just use the white. Yeah, I'll just use the white. Because I'm only using a bit of it. White 101. I'm just going to go around the edges to blend a little bit. I'm not going in too harshly. Just only a little bit, just to get the colours in there a little bit more. I was going to leave it, but I think it looks like it needs a little bit of something. Needs a little bit of blending in there. Oh, noisy dog outside again. Oh, they was playing a game on the TV the other day. They was playing dogs barking and you had to guess what breed of dog it was. I don't think they got one right. It was impossible. Absolutely impossible. Who thinks they could do that? Spot the breed of dog by the bark. Anybody? I mean, I was having a guess myself, but I was wrong. I was wrong all the time. There was a really yappy one and I thought, oh, that's got to be a Jack Russell or something, and it wasn't. It was a... Was it Bichon Frise? Don't know how to say that. It wasn't a Jack Russell, it was a Bichon Frise or something. Well, I hope you've enjoyed a little chat anyway. I didn't want to do anything too complicated. I just saw this page and I thought, leaves. Calming, mindless leaves. That's what I was feeling today. So, got one more thing done out of this book anyway. Just got the bottom illustration to finish the page off, but we'll do that in another video. I might just reverse the colours on the one below it, so instead of the leaves being blue, do the leaves yellow and then the background blue, maybe. Just reverse the colours. So yeah, I think it'd be nice with reversed colours. So I'm going to put a little bit of white gel pen detailing in now, because we can't go without putting some white gel pen detailing in. Wouldn't be me if I didn't do any white gel pen detailing, would it? So we're just going to pick some little areas to pop some little details. I think, like I say, white gel pen always shows up on your darkest areas the best. So maybe in these dark areas, put a few little ones. You can do some dots that are bigger and then some that are smaller. That looks quite nice as well. So we'll do that on all the darkest bits first, and then I'll decide if I want to put anything anywhere else. Go over here, do some bigger ones on them ones. There. Where else should we go down here? Should we go pop a few down here? There we go. I don't know whether to do dots or something else on the... No, we'll put the middle parts in on this one. There's some little... lines that Johanna's put in there what I can just spot. Hopefully I've not missed anywhere today with colours. Someone kindly told me that I've missed a part on my last colour along, and I totally had to go back and get my page out, and I'm like, I see it now. Totally missed a little bit. Why is this not working? I think I might leave it at that. Let me look on the camera. Sometimes if you look up at the camera you can get a better vibe for the page, or if you take a picture of your page with your phone and then look back at the picture, sometimes you can spot little things that you wouldn't see with your naked eye. It's really strange, but it works. it works. So I've not put dots on absolutely everything. There is a few leaves. That one's left out, that one's left out, them ones are left out, just to have a bit of difference there. But yeah, I've enjoyed that as a bit of calming time this morning. And next time we come back, I'm just going to reverse the colours. We're going to do yellow leaves and blue background on this one. Slightly different, got some slightly different shaped leaves on this one, some little heart shapes, look at that. But yeah, I'm going to leave that one like that for now. Please do hit the thumbs up on the way out, subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about that print that I showed you in the start, please. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.